Neither.
Why is this thing having such a hard difficulty? We're live on YouTube. Everybody.
Oh, yes. Hello.
How are you?
Wait a minute.
We're now live on YouTube.
That's a good thing.
So here we go. We're going to go live on the main channel.
Once he finds it. There we go.
Here we go. Going live on this main channel. 3, 2, 1.
Woohoo!
Okay, now we're live on 3 channels. We did it, everybody.
Yes, we
It
did.
was difficult, but I just want to welcome everybody to All for Sci-Fi. We're going to go ahead and start the show. We got a lot to talk about today.
That's definitely true.
So we're live on 3 channels. We're live on the All for Sci-Fi Facebook channel up here. Hey, everybody. We're live over here on Eric Walker. We're live on YouTube. Hello, everybody in YouTube land.
That's right.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to go ahead and roll the opening. The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you.
No, I am your father. I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many.
The needs of the few.
Or the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
To infinity and beyond!
Live long. Prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boy!
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it away?
Goodbye.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, we see dead people.
You got that right.
Hi, everybody out there in Facebook land. Everybody up here on All for Sci-Fi. Hi, Virginia. How are you?
All right, Virginia. It's glad
I know
we're
we
back.
had some audio problems. We got to get something going with the All for Sci-Fi channel because it's hard for you guys to hear the sound up there.
That's
But
right.
you're on our you're on our camera phone, Virginia. So that's good. The stream is way better. Good to hear it. Okay, so yeah, that stream, we got that one going good. And let's see over here on Facebook, we have Mark joined us. Hi, Mark. Hi, Michael Freeman. How are you doing out there in Detroit?
All right,
And
Detroit.
Mark and Jess and everybody, welcome to the All for Sci-Fi podcast.
Oh,
My
yes.
name is Eric Walker, and behind me is
Captain Rickster.
Yes, Captain Rickster's in the house, and today's show is taking place on July 27th in Woodland Hills, California. Welcome, everybody.
That's right. This will be the last show for this month.
Yeah, and we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to go ahead and do a review of the Netflix series Another Life.
Yep.
So we got that review coming up. We're going to talk more about San Diego Comic-Con and all the big announcements. And we're going to, a lot of announcements at Comic-Con and including Marvel Phase 4 and so forth. So we got a lot to talk about this week. And especially this bad boy that a friend sent me. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? What is that, Virginia?
You only get it in San Diego at the convention.
Yeah, there it is. It is the new Sith Trooper. And I had a friend who went to San Diego Comic-Con, and they got this for me. So thank you very much. You know who you are. So we appreciate you guys doing that for us here. So maybe we could talk about the new Sith Trooper as well. So there's lots of announcements on that front, including the rise of Skywalker. Also, to give everybody an update on I'm trying to get the Kyber crystals. We've been talking about that a lot on this show. As of now, I finally got dun 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 dun. I finally got a white Kyber crystal. Dun 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 dun. And I finally got a green one. Yes, indeed. A green one. And I also have the blue one, which I've had for a while. And I have, when I built the lightsaber, I got the purple one in the lightsaber. And then when I bought the holocrons, I was able to get this red one. So I was able to get the red one when I bought the holocron. So all I'm missing now is a yellow one. And breaking news, I have a yellow one being sent to me. So,
Good.
So now I will have all 6 Kyber crystals. So I'm a happy camper. Now the challenge is to collect all the different ones, because apparently they have like 6 different red ones. Who knew?
Yeah, really, who knew?
They found out more way to get more money from me. So
that's true.
It's working well. Way to go, Disney and Star Wars. So let's talk about what's going on this week in sci-fi news. The Dune reboot. The Dune reboot just finished up filming principal photography. So it's now done. And the new reboot has actor Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, and also some trivia for everybody. Guess what? Sean Phillips from Ewoks: The Battle for Endor, the witch and the Battle for Endor, was originally in Dune. She played another type of witch character or sorcerer.
Yes, she did.
So do you know if she's going to be in the other one, Captain Rickster, and the new one? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything myself, no.
Yeah. So who knows?
She's a little old right now, I think.
Yeah, she's got to be getting up there. But Sean Phillips is going to be at Pensacon in Pensacola, Florida next year when they have the big Ewok reunion. So Sean Phillips is going to be there. Wilford Brimley is going to be there, and he's got to be getting up there. Wilford's.
Oh, yeah. Got to be at least in the 70s.
Yeah, he's pushing it. So, yeah. So that's some exciting news. And we've been talking a lot on this show about all these reboots and remakes and stuff. And I've been talking a lot about how I'm not too happy with them rebooting everything.
That's definitely true.
But I don't have a problem with it if big time span has went by and you could say something different or do something different with new actors. That I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, as long as they don't follow the same storyline like from the original movie that came out originally.
Or if they changed it.
Just change the storyline, that'd be great. But sometimes they don't, sometimes they do.
Well, sometimes they changed it too much in the original.
Oh, yeah.
And like they kind of did with this Dune. And if they go back more to the book, this Dune might be a lot better. In fact, I hear it's so good, it might be a 2-parter. They might do two Dune Part 1 and Part 2.
We'll see. We will see. We'll see how good it is when it comes out.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, so back to talking about San Diego Comic-Con, there was a lot of announcements that came out of San Diego Comic-Con last weekend. And a lot of new movie and television show announcements. Of course, Picard, the new Picard trailer came out.
Oh, that was nice.
Everybody's excited to see Data come back with 7 of 9.
Yep.
So that was exciting. And the Borg is back.
Yes, it is.
So that trailer looked great. Of course, we were all mad at CBS because they cut our feed. In the middle of our podcast, everybody, CBS blocked it and our podcast stopped because we were playing their trailer.
Yeah,
the Picard trailer. And CBS, I'm trying to promote you. Get a clue. Come on. We're trying to help you here. We're part of the media and press, and we're trying to promote your series. So why did you? We're not trying to steal your copyright. So especially when it's a trailer and it's something you released, which is even more ridiculous.
Yeah, and you released it at San Diego Con.
Right.
So it was already even worse.
Yeah, and it was already released by you anyway. Yeah, it was. So we were just playing the version you released. We weren't trying to steal anything. So I'm still pretty PO'd at CBS All Access Media. So guys, get it together at CBS All Access Media.
Yeah, get a clue.
You're trying too hard. Also, Tom Cruise.
Oh,
I hear
yes.
he flew in on his F-18 jet.
That's right, he did.
And he premiered the new Maverick trailer, even though that's not sci-fi related. So
No, but at least he was there because he normally doesn't show up to events like that.
yeah. So it was great that he got there. And of course, at San Diego Comic-Con, I showed this earlier, but we all got our first look at the Sith Trooper at the San Diego Comic-Con. So, I mean, the Rise of Skywalker is looking great, guys. I don't know what to say about this Sith Trooper. Are they bringing back? What is a Sith Trooper? Does anybody have any idea? What are they? You know, do they have Force abilities, or are they part of the dark side? I don't know. I don't know
either. It's a mystery.
Yeah, see, it is a mystery. So we got that. We also got a first look at the new George Lucas Museum, which is being built.
Yep.
As well. So we got a great look at that.
That's gonna be nice when they finish with it.
It is. It looks very science and, you know, spacey in it. But from what I understand, George Lucas has a really, really good art collection.
Oh yeah, right here too.
He's collected a lot of artwork over the years, so it's not going to be just for Star Wars, but he's actually preserving a lot of art, some really great original art, which is fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. Can't wait to see this new George Lucas Museum, and we got our first look at it at the San Diego Comic-Con. And I believe our friends at Skywalking Through Neverland, Richard Woloski and Sarah, they're friends of the show. They did a whole report on that. So go to their YouTube channel or Skywalking Through Neverland and look at the report that Richard did. Okay. And also, we're going to talk about, let's go ahead and talk about the big, before we get into Another Life and review that for you guys, let's talk about the big, and I'm doing the quotes in the hands. Let's talk about the biggest announcement at San Diego Comic-Con was Marvel Phase 4.
Yeah.
That's right. So Marvel Phase 4, it was the biggest panel in Hall H. And also, I think Richard did a thing on that as well. So Richard did a thing on that as well. So go ahead and check that out on his YouTube and Facebook. But yeah, Phase 4 was, they announced everything that's coming in Phase 4, and they say it's going to cover the next only 2 years or so. It's not going to cover like traditionally when they do a phase, it lasts 5 years. But Phase 4 is just a small group of things. But it's a lot.
Oh, it's
actually.
a lot, yes.
There were a lot missing in Phase 4. Everybody was expecting to see something with the Avengers. Nothing was announced for Avengers.
No, not yet.
Everybody was expecting something for the new Spider-Man.
Nothing.
Nothing was announced for Spider-Man. Nope. Everybody was expecting something announced for Black Panther 2.
Yep.
Nothing was announced. So from what we understand is all of those announcements will be coming. Of course, they're going to do a new Avengers. They're going to do Avengers 5.
Yep.
Of course, they're going to do a Black Panther 2. And they're going to do another Spider-Man sequel because they're very successful. But that's, from what I understand, that's going to be moved into Phase 5.
Plus, they're going to do a new Fantastic Four.
That's right.
That's probably in Phase 5 also.
Yeah, that wasn't announced too. So we have a group, like a bunch of different things that everybody was expecting to hear an announcement from. And thanks for bringing it up. Fantastic Four wasn't announced as well.
I think a lot this time in the Phase 4 is nothing but TV shows. Very few movies are coming out in the next couple of years. But I think
Disney Plus.
Yeah, a lot of it's going to go just on TV shows, which is going to be good for Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think it is. You know, I'm excited to see Disney Plus now that Marvel's taken a big leap into Disney Plus programming, and they have some really cool stuff coming out. Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. One of the big announcements, and this was expected, was the Loki series, which is going to come on Disney Plus. But that's not coming right away, guys. That's not coming until 2021.
That's right, yeah.
But what is coming this fall is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That should be good.
So that's going to have Jeremy Renner in the role of the Falcon again.
Right.
And From what I understand, it's they're going to have he's going to be training also someone else, and it's not his daughter. Everybody thought his daughter was going to take over, but I think they have a different Falcon that's going to take over eventually, and he's going to train, and it's a female. So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be. So we got that coming on Disney Plus in the fall when Disney Plus comes out.
Right.
Let's go over some of the television stuff since you mentioned that. We also already said Loki. They have Hawkeye.
Yep.
Hawkeye is coming out with his own show.
Good one.
Yeah. And a minute ago I was talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I said that incorrectly. It was Hawkeye that I was talking about. So I was talking about training his daughter. I meant Hawkeye.
Right.
So it's not going to be his daughter. It's going to be another female he trains to take over the Hawkeye role.
Right.
And the Falcon and Winter Soldier, that's where Falcon becomes the Winter Soldier. He becomes Captain America.
Right.
So sorry about that, guys. Captain Rickster wouldn't have made that mistake.
No, I would not have. No.
But, you ask me anything Star Wars, you're going to get the answers from me. But
That's
ask me
true.
about Marvel,
Forget it.
I'm a big fan, but I'm still learning. I'm brand new. You're right.
Yes,
Forget
it
it.
is.
What else is coming out? What If?
That's going to be good. If you ever seen any of the What If comic books,
Tell us about it. What's that about?
Theirs are good because it's always what happens if this person would still be alive instead of dead, or what if this other person got the powers and the other person didn't get it. It's really interesting.
Oh, really? So so it's like, what if
what if Hulk never became the Hulk?
Right.
What if it wasn't Bruce Banner who got the green gamma rays become what he is?
Right. Or what if who else is from the Marvel universe?
Oh, what if Black Panther didn't team up with Spider-Man to defeat I forgot who they forgot to defeat somebody.
Right.
I forgot who. Unfortunately, sorry.
It's okay, but I get it. So it's what if this person wasn't that person? So what if Iron Man was an Iron Man? He was the Hulk.
Right.
Tony Stark got the gamma rays.
Yeah.
Right.
If he didn't become Iron Man, what would he become?
Maybe he became instead of being Tony Stark, he became the Hulk. Yeah. I get it.
Stuff like that.
Did they actually? So they did that in the comics.
Oh, they've done 4 series already.
Oh, hey, okay, great.
Yeah.
So how many characters did they do that with? Like, what if this character became that character? How many?
Oh man, a lot. Spider-Man, they did Thor, they did Iron Man, they did Captain America, they did the Falcon.
Okay, so
they did Black Widow. I mean,
I did Thor?
On and on and on. Oh, it's Thor, definitely Thor.
Okay.
On and on. They did.
So that's going to be. I agree. That sounds like a very interesting concept, and I didn't know about it until you just told me. But that's great. What if?
Oh yeah, what if?
So that's coming. Unfortunately, it's not coming soon. It's coming in the summer of 2021. So we got a ways off to wait for the what if.
All right.
Movie-wise, the first movie coming out is going to be.
Should be the Black Widow.
Yep. It's Black Widow. We got the first movie coming out. It's going to be Black Widow in May of 2020.
Right.
You're correct. Wow, you know your Marvel trivia. And then after that, we have what else do we have here? Oh, we have at the end of the year, we have Thor, Love and Thunder.
That's right.
And I understand that Thor, when they made that announcement, the Thor, Love and Thunder is going to have Natalie Portman's coming back.
Right.
And she gets the hammer, I guess.
Right.
Was it like that in the comic books? Did Thor give his wife the hammer?
Later on, she got the hammer, yeah, but not right off the bat. It took a while to get the hammer from him.
But how did she get it? How did that come about?
The powers that got transferred over to her. I mean, you can whisper into the hammer because it's only a one-person hammer.
Okay.
And so you can change it to any character you want to.
Right.
So as long as you tell the secret words or the you talk about it,
right?
Or talk to it for protection and stuff. That's what it'll do.
Okay.
And that's when you get the hammer.
Okay. So
it was funny when you watch the end games, or was it the first one when Vision picked up the hammer?
Right.
Funny.
Infinity. Yeah.
Infinity. That was really interesting and funny. You know?
He was able to pick up the hammer. That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And I like to look on Thor's face.
Yeah.
That was good.
And speaking of that, talking about that, they have something coming out with it's going to be a movie called WandaVision.
Movie or those TV show?
Oh, is that the TV show?
The TV show WandaVision, yeah.
WandaVision, yeah. Yeah, they have WandaVision coming out, and that's going to have a crossover with the Doctor Strange movie. The
Right.
Doctor Strange
His movie's
movie,
coming out.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
So
That's
it's crazy.
That's gonna be a good one. Also, when's that one coming out?
The Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness comes out in May 2021. So we got a bit of a wait for that.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, that there's going to be a crossover with
WandaVision.
WandaVision, yeah, WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah. So we got that, and then a surprise announcement was Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings.
Yeah.
What's that about? Sounds like it's Asian.
It is
inspired.
Asian. It is Asian inspired. It's he's a master of kung fu.
Oh, okay.
He's also he's got no really special powers. Just he's kind of like Iron Fist, but Iron Fist does have a couple of things that were special for him. But this one here, he's a master of kung fu. He's really gonna take the fight to the people.
Right.
And he doesn't teach nobody his skills, but he does do some great damage to other people.
Speaking of that, since you mentioned it, Captain Rickster, we were talking about you mentioned Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And remember, Netflix had Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and a couple other ones as well.
Yes.
They all were canceled.
Well, they're not canceled. They're all going to Walt Disney Stream. They're still going on. They got to.
I don't see it here though. They're not announcing it though.
No, but they got to complete their seasons first before they cancel them.
I had heard through the grapevine that Netflix had a contract that's making them wait, so they got to wait until a certain number of years,
something like that. Yeah,
like till after 2020 or 2021 before they could do that. And a lot of people think they're not going to bring them back, but I liked Iron Fist. I liked Jessica Jones and a few of the other ones as well.
You got Punisher out there,
right? Punisher,
also.
Yeah, I like them as well. So I hope that they come back. But when you have a lot of gap in time and space, maybe those actors aren't available as well.
That's true.
What are you going to do?
Well,
so
hopefully they keep on contract and they'll be able to finish up the rest of the seasons or make new seasons with them.
Right.
Because I know the seasons are already pre-filmed.
Okay.
As they go through.
Right.
That's why there's nothing live action anymore. It's
you
just go through and they'll do all the seasons all at once, like in 6 months, and then you get 6 months off for rest.
The big surprise in all of this was right at the end of the panel. A guy came on stage with a hat and he turned around, and guess who he was?
I don't know.
Blade.
Oh yes, Blade.
So the big surprise announcement at the end was they're going to do a Blade series.
Right. New TV series.
But they're not, and the Wesley Snipes is not going to be in the role though.
No, he's not.
How does everybody feel about Wesley Snipes not doing the Blade role? Well, Wesley Snipes chimed in, and he's wishing him good luck.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be upset about it, so everybody don't get upset about it. Maybe he doesn't want to do a TV series.
That could be true, yeah.
So everybody don't get their panties in a bunch because Wesley Snipes is not going to be Blade. He's okay with it, and he's welcoming everybody. He's telling everybody good luck with it. So
right, he is. Yes.
So let's take his side of it. But they announced the Blade series, but they didn't give an announcement of when it's going to come out.
Right.
So that was a lot of announcements, and also Eternals is a movie coming out too. And Eternals has Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's in it too.
So that's exciting. So we got all these big announcements. We got Eternals. We got Loki TV series, Black Widow movie, Doctor Strange, Hawkeye TV series, Thor: Love and Thunder movie, Shang-Chi movie, WandaVision TV show, What If TV show, right?
Right. Yes.
So most of these are television shows, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
There's not very many movie announcements here.
Not this time. I think in Phase 5 there'll be a lot more movies than there's TV shows.
Well, there better be because everybody wants all the Avengers, right?
Yeah. Yes, they do. Yes.
Right.
I do hear though, still maybe rumor. I don't know.
Right.
They're coming out with the Young Avengers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. If it's
Young Avengers.
Yes.
I've heard that rumor.
I don't know if it's going to be a TV show or if it's going to be a movie. I haven't heard that part yet.
So the Young Avengers, tell me a little bit about that. Is that like an academy, like a school or something?
Yes, it's
like on X-Men, or
it's like
different.
Same thing like X-Men. Only these people here are new recruits,
Uh-huh.
so they're younger people take over the job for the older guys.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, yes. They can't live forever, but They need to retire like everybody else, but they have a bunch of new ones. So I'll have to look them up to see who might be in them. I'm not really quite sure yet myself.
Okay.
What characters will be in it, but I will check on it and maybe get back to you guys next week on the new characters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Speaking of that, since Captain Rickster mentioned it, his show is still coming.
Yes.
Comic Madness. There's going to be a podcast that's just dedicated to comic books,
right?
Called Comic Madness, and that's we were going to premiere it here in July, but we've postponed it till about the middle or the end of August.
Right. Yes.
So everybody expect that show. It's going to be exciting. And Captain Rickster, he's the comic book guru.
That's right. Oh, I love comic books.
So it's he actually at one point owned his own comic book store.
Yes, I did.
And he's rumored to have a very big collection. I won't say if it's the world record, but
no,
it's up there.
It's up there. Yes.
You can't. He might compete with you, Steve Sansweet. Who knows with your Star Wars collection, but with comics. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about, since we finished talking about San Diego Comic Con and Marvel Phase 4, is Another Life, which is a brand new Netflix show, and it just came out on the 25th, I believe.
Yeah, 25th,
yeah. So it's a brand new Netflix show. It's season 1, and it stars Katie Sackhoff, Selma Blair, to name some of the people that are in it. Selma Blair. Who else is in it? Justin Chatwin and Jessica Camacho, and it's a good cast. But we're gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and we're gonna review Another Life and give it our rating, and also tell you what we think about it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and watch the trailer for Another Life, and hopefully our podcast does not get stopped in the middle of it.
Yes. Let's hope it doesn't either this time.
Here we go.
We interrupt this broadcast for an emergency alert. The Department of Defense is confirming reports of an unknown object entering Earth's atmosphere.
An alien artifact landed on Earth. We need to know why. And they want me to lead the mission. The trip is 6 months.
If all goes as planned,
I am coming back. I promise you.
This is the most important mission in the history of humankind. It's time.
Here we go.
we are on our way to a planet full of aliens.
I found something.
How many of these things do you think are out there?
Our first contact with an alien civilization is a risk. People will die.
We are all here for the same reason. To protect the lives of the people back on Earth.
Wait, what's that?
I am gonna get home. What's happened here is going to happen on Earth. Oh God, no. I have to save the crew. Save Earth.
What if by doing this, we launch into an interstellar war?
We don't have a choice.
Yes, that was Another Life, the new Netflix series starring Katie Sackhoff, and we're going to go ahead and review it here on All For Sci-Fi.
Yes, we are. We're going to do that.
Okay, so Another Life, it's season 1. Another Life is basically, it's a...
Here we go again.
It's okay. All right, give me a second. Technical difficulties. Okay. Another Life. Make sure everything's turned up. Okay, we're good.
Good.
Okay, so here we go. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're live. Mistakes happen. So we're going to edit this, and you'll see in the show tomorrow, none of this part will be there.
That's true.
Okay, so Another Life stars Katie Sackhoff, Selma Blair, Justin Chatwin, and Jessica Camacho. And basically, let's go ahead and review Another Life. It's basically is a story about. It follows the story of Katie Sackhoff, who plays Nico.
Right.
And she's an astronaut, and she has her space crew, and they're basically on a mission to investigate the origins of this alien artifact that, mysteriously appeared here on Earth.
Yeah.
So
really.
basically, as the crew attempts to search for this alien intelligence, they face all these, inexplicable, all these horrors, that might signal the end of their mission. So they're really just taken back. Everything falls apart.
Right. Yes.
It's their ship basically falls apart, and they're trying to put it back together. Their AI falls in love with the lead character Nico, so he needs to shut down, otherwise he can't take it because he fell in love with her.
That's true.
They land on this moon to try to get oxygen out of these sources, like mineral sources, and they end up getting infected by this thing that's made out of boron or something like that.
Yeah.
So they have to figure out how to get uninfected, and slowly as we're going along, a lot of the characters die.
Unfortunately, yes.
The big thing that happens somewhere in the first or second episode is there's a big mutiny. So
that was the second episode.
Right. So the lead character, who is the captain of the ship, mutiny. Actually, Katie's the captain. Technically, she's the commander of everybody. She's not the captain, and the captain doesn't like it. So he thinks she's too weak, and she's going to ruin the mission. So he has a mutiny because he doesn't like, because she didn't want to take them through this star, this neutron star, because it was tearing up the spaceship.
Right.
And he does this mutiny and tries to put her back to sleep in hibernation.
It didn't work.
Which didn't work, and he ends up tearing the ship apart, and they have to wake her back up to try, because she knows more about everything. So
that's right.
So it's like a roller coaster of the series. It's 10 episodes,
right?
And I liked it. It kind of reminded me of the movie Interstellar a little bit. With that actor that does all those commercials, those Lincoln commercials. What's that guy's name?
Oh, yeah.
The good-looking guy?
Yeah,
anyway,
I know.
It kind of reminded me of Interstellar. You said it kind of reminded you of Space 1999 when we were talking about it.
Yeah, it does. It kind of brings me back to the old 70s show that came out and how they were doing their different things.
Yeah, but coming from a standpoint of an actor, the acting's incredible.
Well, yeah, it's a lot different than the old TV show. Yeah, the version came out in 1999. Yes.
Right. So the acting itself is way up there. I'd give it, high marks for the acting. I know there was a lot of controversy because Selma Blair is in it, and she's having all those issues with where she had to plead guilty for that criminal charge where the college scandal thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
One of her kids, some of these mothers, they want the best for their children.
That's
so
definitely true.
They try to help their children get a leg up because of who they are.
That's right.
And I think all mothers would do that. So every mother could relate. So I wish Selma Blair the best of luck on that. So everybody's behind her on her cast and crew.
Yep.
And I think anybody would have done the same thing for your children. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The graphics are also good inside this movie. Also,
the special effects, effects work is top notch on this show.
It is.
It could win some awards. It's just all around it. I wonder how much they cost to produce each episode. Do we know how much each episode cost? Did they announce it? I'd like to find out because the money really shows on the screen.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's definitely a well done show.
Yes. Also, though, if you ever watch the show, though, it's got a lot of flashbacks in it too. So.
Well, you didn't give it a huge favorable rating.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no. And even on Rotten Tomatoes, it's not getting a good rating.
No.
It's got like a 4 out of a 10 rating. They go up to 10. I would give it a little bit higher of a rating than that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and rate this for all 4 sci-fi. We have a rating scale that goes from 0 to 5, not 0 to 10 like on Rotten Tomatoes and other websites, but 0 to 5. And if only one movie this year has gotten a 5 rating, and that was Avengers Endgame.
That's right.
Everything else has not had a 5-star rating, so we're not just throwing out 5 stars, everybody.
No, we're not.
But I think that it's a show that everybody should see, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.5 rating. I think that you may not rate it as high.
No, I'm not going to rate that high at all.
But I think since it's on Netflix and it won't cost any extra money, it's not like you're going to the movie theater,
That's
guys.
definitely true.
So since you're not going to the movie theater, I would give this a 3.5 star because I think everybody should see it. If you got some time to kill, I think it's worth it. I will tell you this though, everybody that has younger children that you may want to be around, and there's a couple episodes that are a little frightening.
Yeah,
for younger kids.
Younger kids, yes.
So be careful, parents, if you let your kids watch this, because there are a couple episodes that may not be suitable for younger children.
Since he gave it a 3.5, I'm only give it a 3.0. Unfortunately, for my taste, it's just a little too slow. If it had a little more action in it, I might give it a 3.5.
Okay, that's a good point.
I'll give it a 3.0, but I do love the actors who are in it. I do love the graphics that they're also in this too.
Okay.
They play good music with this also, which is also good. It just doesn't catch my how would you say it? My funny bone.
Well, it's not a comedy, so
no, but it just doesn't catch my eye. I mean, I'd rather watch Supernatural instead, but you know.
Well, that's a different show, and that's on a different level. I think Supernatural is better than this show, so I'll give you that one. And I'll give you some of what you said too on some of those points. I will give you. I agree with you on some of them. My rating's not much different than yours, though, buddy.
No.
You give it a little bit lower. So if it's 3 stars or below, you don't have to go or you don't have to see it. So in Captain Richter's eyes, you don't have to see it. You could see it if you want to. In my eyes, I think it just went a little bit above, and I think everybody should check it out. Especially if you have a night where nothing's going on, and go ahead and put it on. The last 1 or 2 episodes were the more interesting part. Right. The beginning and ending. It was, and I agree with you. We were talking about the flashbacks. There was too many flashbacks.
Way too many flashbacks. Same thing happened in Dark Phoenix, the movie.
Right.
There's too many flashbacks in that one also.
That's true as well.
So, I'm just going by, if they're going to make a show, don't go back and do so many flashbacks. Make it original material, but keep the flashbacks down to a minimum, not overdo it.
Yeah, no, flashbacks should be used to help set up a little bit of a story.
Right. What it should be doing.
Right. It shouldn't, be that where it carries on. And our stream just ended on live, so I'm going to go ahead and try to start it again over here and give us a second here on YouTube, guys. I have to restart my stream on Facebook because it ended.
That's not good.
It happens sometimes. So we're back on Facebook up here, guys. Sorry about that. So
yes.
we were just finishing up our review of Another Life, and I gave it 3.5 stars. Captain Rickster gives it 3.
Right.
Okay, so continuing with the story we were talking about, so all hell breaks loose everywhere the entire time they're doing this show. When one thing gets fixed, another thing happens.
Right, that's true.
They finally make it to Canis Majoris,
right,
which is the star that they think that the signal's coming from. But when they get there, they find out that is another signal.
Right.
That this alien race, apparently, they placed over 300 of these signals all throughout the universe on different planets. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
That's very interesting.
That part of it was. So because in my, there's a TV, no, it's not TV. Well, it's kind of a novel and a book series that I'm writing called Timekeepers. And in my book series, it deals with the timekeeping devices that are planted by this ancient civilization on different planets.
Right.
So, and the reason why they do these timekeeping devices on different planets is so that they could record the history of each planet. So they could travel and so they could travel back in time, because they're going by the Einstein and the principle that you can't go forward, you can't go backwards unless you have a timekeeping device there. So that's sort of the premise of my novel series, which is coming out with I'm writing the music for it. Should be out next year. I'm sorry I jumped into something I'm working on. So you got Nico, and then you got Eric, who is her husband, who's a scientist here on Earth, trying to speak to this alien artifact. And in the midst of all this, also their daughter ends up getting shot with this radiation, so she gets cancer.
Right.
So they're dealing with that. And just with their ship, they're just having a lot of problem with engineering and all the issues with what's the name of that ship? It's called the Savari.
Savari, yeah.
Savari, yeah. So they're having all kinds of issues with their ship. They finally get it together. The artificial intelligence that's running the ship, who fell in love with Nico, ends up forgiving her, I guess, so to speak, and they come together at the end, and they find the planet.
Yes, they do.
And then they find out that this alien species is really evil, this terrible race that's trying to destroy and everybody, and
Right.
just destruction everywhere. And so what they do is they try to help out the race that's there on Cana Majoris, which is this bat-like
bat-like
creatures, yeah. And they destroy the alien artifact that's on their planet.
Right.
But what happens is when that alien artifact gets destroyed, they get alerted. Apparently, this alien race is over 324 light years away, so they're very far away.
That's right.
And they send out the cavalry, and they end up going back to that planet, and right in front of them, they thought they were helping this poor alien race, and because they destroyed the alien artifact on that planet, that alien race blows up the entire planet.
Ooh, not good.
So that's basically the way it ends. Is they're on a mission to try to find as many of these artifacts as they can, because what they do is they end up infecting the species and end up planting these mind control
right
creatures, so they're trying to control whatever planet they're invading by mind control.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, it is.
So in future seasons, that's going to be their mission. They're going to try to fight back and get rid of these. I'm trying to remember their name. They were called a Curie or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I can't. It doesn't roll off the tongue enough for me to remember it. Apparently, so
right. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Hence
right.
your 3.0 rating.
Mm-hmm, that's right. If it doesn't catch it, you must go ahead and forget it.
But I love Katie Sackhoff, though.
Yeah,
isn't she great?
Yeah, she is definitely great.
So there you go, everybody. That's our review and rating for Another Life.
Yep.
And this has been another podcast for All for Sci-Fi. We want to thank everybody who's joined us on all three of our channels, on All for Sci-Fi on Facebook,
yep,
on Eric Walker Facebook, and also hi everybody on YouTube,
yep,
All for Sci-Fi. And that's just it. If you guys want to reach out to us, we go to our official website. Our official website is allforsci-fi.com. You spell out the whole word. It's ALLFORSCIFI. All one word, allforsci-fi.com. You go to the website. There's a lot of reviews. We're also announcing anytime there's a major announcement. We're making bookmark us, because we do there's a lot of content for everybody to read. Every time something gets announced, we post it there in the sci-fi world and our fantasy or anything related to it. We have lots of articles there for you to read, lots of reviews as well. So go to our website and go to the contact page and drop us a note. Say hi. Say, how are you guys? You guys are doing a great job. I love your show. Or if you have any suggestions, we're open to comments. This is your guys' show. So go there and tell us what you think. But above all, also find us on social media. Go to, facebook.com/all4sci-fi.
Yeah.
On facebook.com, we're at All for Sci-Fi. Thank you, Virginia. Virginia just posted the link. Because eventually on my private channel, Eric Walker, I'm only going to be going live on Facebook eventually. So
yeah,
I will invite everybody to like us there. And also you could we have a YouTube channel now. The YouTube channel is at youtube.com @all4sci-fi. Again, all one word. It's really simple. ALLFORSCIFI. All for Sci-Fi. at YouTube, and subscribe to us there, because we're going to be going live there. We're going to be doing lots of stuff for YouTube coming up here in the future. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'd like to hear from all of you guys as well. And we thank everybody for coming to the show and spending we don't make this a long show. I don't ever want to be a show that's over an hour long. I just want to give you guys a quick review of what's going on and the latest news, and we move forward. So, thank you everybody for all your feedback so far. I appreciate everybody coming back to Facebook Live. I see Ian. Hi, Ian. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Michael. Thank you for your kind comments. Thank you, Michael Freeman. Thank you, Eric. I was just thinking the hiking in the foothills of the Rockies, loving nature, meditating. And the chorus of your song keeps running in my head, Dare to Dream in a galaxy far, far away.
that's definitely a good song.
Yeah. It was it's a great catchy song. And thank ACM and Buddy Mix who does the singing on it as well. By the way, off topic, not traffic, where my mind is today, off topic. I do have an album coming out. It's going to be at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and it is an album that will have Dare to Dream on it, since you mentioned it, but it's going to have 10 other songs on it, all with music. And you think that Dare to Dream in a galaxy far, far away is catchy? Wait till you hear Hump Day. When you hear that one, that's going to be ringing in your head. But again, thank you, everybody. I see Eric Lyons just joined us. Yes, Virginia, I need a nap.
Yes.
It's been a long day, but thank you, everybody, for joining us. We had a lot of fun today, and I want to go play with my Sith Trooper. And you could catch, if any of you missed this show, you could catch the podcast. It's going to be on up tomorrow, so look for it on my page. Also, go like us at All for Sci-Fi on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Walker. Everybody have a great and blessed week. God bless.
Captain Rickster, goodbye.